Good morning, everybody. Took me just a second there. My microphone got unselected there for some reason. It's about time for another episode of the Bravo Tour. Hard to believe it's already leg 11, and we're sitting here on the ground in New Orleans, Louis B. Armstrong International Airport. And we're going to be taking a short hop, actually. I think this might be the shortest leg up to Atlanta. This is the planned route today. No departure out of New Orleans, so it's just pretty much a northeasterly shot here. And the Gandalf 2 arrival. Everybody's in east flow today, so we'll be taking, we're planning 8 left into Atlanta. But yeah, that's what we've got going. Nice to see everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a good Saturday. It's fairly early here, not quite 8 o'clock local time. And yeah, just excited to get things going. We are in, by the way, X-Plane 11, as it appears to be the lone remaining sim platform that's not completely borked right now. Now it's that, and also this is where we have our beautiful Just Flight BAE146. This is the 100 variant and United livery. And we're going to be flying a little United Express flight between New Orleans and Atlanta. Should be a lot of fun, guys. It's been a while since I've been in this plane. It's I'm sure, show quite a bit of rust, but you know what? That's all right. We'll have fun anyway. The short hop, only about an hour for this flight. Hey, Sergeant Child, hello. It's a really unique and fun aircraft. No doubt about it. Super underpowered, but it's a blast to hand fly. And yeah, just old school all the way. We will be using the modern FMC, but it's actually really fun to fly slant whiskey. Yeah, if I had a little bit of more, like if I was a little bit more current with it, I might have flown it non-RNAV. But yeah, the VNAV is well, you'll see. Subsonic flight. Good morning. It's the VNAV is, you have to control it essentially. So it's one of those, you have to control your descent, you have to control your just about all of it. So, but anyway, like I say, it's fun. It's old school and unique, and so it scratches that itch. All right, guys, we need to get everything loaded up here. You can hear the GPU is buzzing around outside already, and we're going to go ahead and start getting our passengers here. I've got the sim brief. By the way, sim brief, if you haven't checked it, new update and kind of a new format. Everything's in a different place, so it's probably going to take me a little while to figure out, but it's I don't know. Jury's out. I don't know if I like it or if I don't like it. It's just all brand new. So, yeah, forgive me if it may take me a little time to figure out. 74 passengers, block fuel. Looks like my load sheet details that I need are all right there. We're scheduled to push here in about a half an hour, so I better get to it if I'm going to. All right, so let's bump the passengers up here. And then we said block fuel was, am I in, I might be in pounds here, aren't I? Yeah, no, I'm in kilograms. Okay. Just about 6,200 kilograms. So right now I have 46. So yeah, let me nudge that up here a little bit. on both sides. I don't think we'll put any in the center tank. 6280, that'll be pretty close. That should be all right. And then do I have any cargo on today's flight? Yeah, 322 kilos. So we'll try to keep that somewhat balanced here. Spin it. There was a way that you could spin it down. We'll go about 150 in both here. I think that'll be all right. Keep that CG fairly close to where it's supposed to be. All right, there we go. There we go. That's, I think, gonna work. Yeah, all right. Let's get the static elements out of there right now. Actually, we'll leave those static elements until we get everything fired up, just in case. And all right, let's go through the cockpit here and confirm some things. Gear lever is down. I had left it up from last night. Down and confirmed down on my Bravo. Flaps are up. Radar, everything here is off. The air brakes are in. Flaps are up. Nav lights way up here at the top. Nav lights are going to be turned on, pre-turned on to low intensity. And we can get the bats going. 1 and 2. Let's check and make sure we have good power here. Yep, 23 plus, 23 plus. That's good. All right. Bus ties can go to auto. Auto. And the rest of those, I think, stay okay. Standby inverters armed. Standby generator is armed. Standby inverter, I should check that as well here. Yep, making some volts. Good, good. Okay. And gens 1 through 4, these are all off for now. Sorry, gens 1 and 4, I should say, are off. APU gen, galley off for now. Cabin emergency lighting needs to be armed. Let's see, that's back up at the top here. They've got all kinds of stuff in all kinds of places in this aircraft. It's quite interesting. There we go. And all the buttons are the same. That's the other part that's like you just have no muscle memory. When you're reaching up to grab a button, you don't know if you're clicking on the air conditioner or the lights, or they got a discount deal on these types of switches, I guess. All right, we can turn the APU on. Go start there. It's coming to life. Probably didn't really need to turn that on quite this early because I still have to put in the I still need to put in the flight plan, but that's okay. We'll run out the APU. We can put the GPU away for now. All right, and then we have APU air. We have cabin air. All this stuff is going to be started. Good deal. Good deal. Cabin temp will be coming up here. We'll come back and check on that here. Here in just a little bit. I'll probably put it somewhere kind of in the middle. It's a fairly nice day, but I think it's coolish, so I think you're shooting to get the temperature at about 20 degrees. That's a fairly comfortable temperature, I believe. We'll come back to that, like I say. PTU, excuse me, AC pump and PTU pump. So AC pump is on. Here comes that. PTU on and checked. Okay, that's going to be good. Continuous ignition is these things down here, right? Yeah, those are both off for now. Engine anti-icing does need to come on for engine start. And then all my heaters here currently are off. And checked flight deck emergency lights will come to armed. Back up to yaw dampers. I need to get the yaw dampers both on. And the avionics can come on as well. Autopilot will stay off for now. Let's come down and look at the brakes. They are yellow. That's good. Brake temps. Those look fine. Okay, thrust levers are all fuel off. Pressurization needs to be set here. That's up here. And our, let's see, we want we'll be up cruising today at 31,000, so we'll set that. Mode is auto. That looks fine. Ice detection, make sure that is on, and it is confirmed on. And we can set the passenger signs to on here. And I'm going to probably get some panel lighting going here. It is morning time, but you know how it is. It's kind of tough. This is one of those fairly dark cabins, and so fairly dark flight decks, so it's nice to have a little bit of that. All right, all that I think is fine as well. And holy moly, Tuba Flight is here. Ben, thank you so much for the 22-month ascription. Wow, wow. Nice to see you, sir. I hope you're doing well. Hope life is good in your world. Long time no see. It's awesome to see you in the chat there. Those of you that maybe don't know about Tuba Flight, he is a fantastic aviator and also a streamer. So go give him a follow. Check him out. He does some good stuff. He's got a really good Discord channel as well. All right. The junior first officer loves Tuba Fight. All right, you guys. Well, that's awesome. Man, that makes my morning. Makes my morning. All right, let's get this thing cranked up here and see if we can get things where we need to be. Let's see. We've got a current air rack. That's good. Let's do a position initialization. That looks like it all checks out. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're heading to Hotlanta. KATL. We are United Flight 816. And let's go ahead. We'll activate that for now. We can go ahead and put our route in. There really is no departure, but we'll be departing. I think I noted here. We have currently information Lima at last check, and runway 2 was our runway. Trying to remember how to. Well, let's do this. Let's go to. Usually I've got. Oops, Golf Charlie Victor. Sorry, GCV. Yep, I can't. I gotta put that. Gotta put that in to. All right, departure. Route. There we go. All right. Golf Charlie Victor GCV is in. You did have some eye surgery, but it went well. Well, good. Thank you, Jesus. I'm glad. That's good to hear. I know you're having a heck of a time with that, and I hope your recovery has been fast and complete, and you'll be able to get back to doing all the regular things that you enjoy doing. But that's good news. That's good news. Okay, then we're Peyton. Then we are. I'm pretty sure that Shire is probably the transition to the Gandalf 2. And maybe not complete, but satisfied. Okay, okay. Well, yeah. I, when that kind of stuff happens, man, it's just you do the best you can, right? And trust that God has a plan for you, and because He does, He does. But I'm glad you're feeling better, and that's initially the main thing for sure. The main thing for sure. All right, into Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure that we probably have Shire. So I may have a duplicate waypoint there, and I'm expecting 8 left. It'll be they're calling for the visual approach today, but we'll put the ILS in as just a backup. So it looks like we'll be coming here for Larry and making our way on down there. 8 left. And yeah, 8 left at Larry. Okay, that looks good. We'll execute that. Let's go back to our route here. Let's go back to our legs. And there's that discontinuity right there. Okay. Everything else I think looks good. And let's see, my alternate is going to require, the alternate is Charlotte here, so I'm trying to see how much alternate airport. See, this is one of the things that used to, like, I used to just be able to scroll down and find out how much fuel I need for the for the alternate. Hey, 8003 Foxes here. Michael, yeah, does anybody know what all these buttons do? uh, I don't know. I'm just pushing the buttons, hoping that I win the jackpot there, my friend. All right, so I guess maybe I show details here, and it will give me. Oh, this is just ATIS information, which good stuff. But like, how much fuel do I need? That's what I really need right now. So maybe I don't need this so much as, and maybe I need my flight plan or maybe my briefing. Oh, here we go. All right, here's the alternate. I need about 1200, so 1.3. I'll probably just round that up to 2 for my reserves. All right, beautiful. I filed, I filed 310, but you know what? It's telling me 290 is my top here, so I might have to refile. Cost index, it does not give me a cost index. Again, usually that cost index is right at the top of this. So I'm going to just pick something kind of in the middle. I'm going to go 44. And trying to remember if this auto populates. No, it doesn't. Zero fuel weight is 20 is Hmm. Okay. I see the maximum zero fuel weight. All right, hold on. I'll show you what I'm looking at again. See my maximum zero fuel weight here, maximum takeoff weight, maximum landing weight. But where is my, is that it? Is that my estimated zero fuel weight? Or is it, You haven't been on since the 18th of November. Oh, geez. Well, Tuba Flight, if you want to fly, man, I'm going from I'm New Orleans to Atlanta, just a little short hop. And you're welcome to join. Anybody, by the way, is welcome to join. If my route command was working, um, it would show you the route. Hey, Sparky, good morning. Thank you so much for the 2 months. You know, Sparky, here's what they say about that, right? It's kind of like that story of with the two old cowboys that are leaning against the fence and they're watching the bull riding down at the rodeo. And the one cowboy says to the first cowboy says to the second, he's like, I'd love to meet the first guy that thought getting on a bull was a good idea. And the second cowboy said, hell, I don't want to meet that guy. I want to meet the second. Anyway, thanks for coming back. And not sure when you were dropped on your head as an infant, but we'll take you, man. You're one of us. You're one of us. It's great to have you. It's great to have you. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing I don't know what my zero fuel weight is, you guys. Oh, and I'm trying to do too many things here. As usual, you guys have got me sidetracked here. I want to know why my route command is not working. What the heck is going on around here? Did I just misspell it? Route? I don't think I did. Route? My chatbot is like updating every time I log in. So, all right. Well, anyway, here's the route. If you guys wanna, if you wanna fly along, I'll just put it in there, manually. KMSY-KATL. Yep. Love to have you fly along. And it'll take a minute, as you can see. I'm stumbling through the new variation of SimBrief here. Oh boy. And then I don't like. Yeah, this looks to me like let's just put like 23.4. No, see, that's not gonna work. All right, well, we'll come back to that. Flaps 18. We'll use one notch of flaps. There's my CG. There's my trim. There's my ref numbers. Awesome. And I'm gonna leave that up. Actually, I'll pull that up here for this second FMC. Then we'll stay on the route page here for this FMC. All right, cool. We're good. We're good. We're gold. We're gold. I know, right? Yep, yep. And the Shire transition to the Gandalf 2 arrival. It's awesome. Oh. All right. Lord of the Rings nerds, unite with me. Come with me. We shall rule the world. Now I've totally lost my place here, you guys. All right. Time for nav radios. Let's get the nav radios set here. And I might as well put some more put some more lighting on here. There we go. This can come on 2280 for that. And I have no ATC We do have Memphis and Kansas City kind of nearby, but that's what we have right now. And then I'm going to come down here and we're going to squawk TARA 2000. Mode C is on and confirmed. Yeah, I remember reading those books when I was in high school. It was really the first like legit novel that I had tackled that was like of any substance, you know. It was pretty cool. I'm not a reader. I actually am a struggling reader even as an adult, but those books held my interest, and I must admit that I always skipped over anytime there was a song. I skipped over those 4 pages or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, if I can't hear the tune, there's no sense in reading the words. But anyway, I did enjoy those. Um, all right, altimeter is next, you guys. Altimeter, and I am showing again from Information Lima 3048. Good Fixins is here. Good morning, Brett. Nice to see you, my friend. Happy Saturday. 3048 set once and twice. And we'll even be a good pilot and set it over here. 3048. There we go, baby. And it's just about time to push. Just about time to push. Let's do a quick taxi brief. See, I'm over here, right? I believe. Yep, right here. So I'll push with my nose right. And we're going down here to runway 2. So we'll be, I think we would probably be given Gulf to Sierra and cross 29er. So that's what we will plan. We'll push back over here. And just so we don't have terrible jet blast, we'll even be nice. We'll pull forward a little bit. We don't have any traffic in the area, so we'll pull all the way out there. And we'll go there. Looks cold but cav. Yep, it is cold but cav okay. Oh, you're talking to Michael. Hey, good morning, Slanty. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. It's been a good week, no doubt about it. And yeah, it's an awesome thing. Awesome thing. The junior first, no, the junior flight engineer. Although um, I do appreciate that moniker that you gave her, but I think she may already be the pilot in command. So I don't know. Oh yeah, buddy. I that's right. I heard about that. Hello to all the furry co-pilots, and yeah, it'll be a fun weekend of flight simulation related activities for you, as I'm sure. I'm sure. Um, I've really enjoyed watching your take on this aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim. By the way, Slanty, thanks as always. I'm learning some new things here, and because I haven't flown this plane in a while, so it's been kind of fun. It's been kind of fun. Yeah, there's no question, Brett, that she does, and I will resist showing pictures because it's one of those things. Um, but yeah, it's been really amazing, really amazing. All right, down to here. Let's see. We're gonna power this baby up, and let's do a quick little test here. Make sure all the little lights are twinkling, Clark. And Rob, you've actually uncovered some things with this panel that I didn't know about as well. So it's been, like I say, it's been fun to watch. So we're gonna set the takeoff right now. temperature down here is about just a little about 9. Looks like that is looks like right now it's showing a little high, so let's bump that down here. Ooh, I don't want negative. Come on, there we go. And right there about that. So we're looking for an N2 of about 92.9, and we are going to go flaps 18. So we'll be lazy and we'll click that, and it'll set everything for us. And I think that is set and ready to go. Yeah, I was in and out, and it looked like well, essentially every flight sim is borked. So we've had the golden age of flight sim, and this is something else, some other kind of age. But yeah, the wind and everything is messed up in Microsoft Flight Sim, and they fixed the wind in X-Plane 12, but then they broke the world. And anyway, it's so I'm like, I saw my old copy of FSX sitting out there on Steam the other day. I'm like, I wonder if I should just reinstall that for the time being. Man of God, what's going on? It's not a stream unless I have a minimum of 2 Robs in my stream. I'm just waiting for Rob Valkyrie to check in there, where I get my usual triumphant. Yeah, but power setting at cruise was the only issue you had last night. Okay, well, that's good then. That's good. Um, Nothing like having issues with that during a busy event, right? Looks like they had a good turnout though, and those guys down there always do such a good job in the Fort Worth ARTCC. So, yep, very very fun place to fly. If you've never flown down there, that's definitely worth it. Okay, we're getting ready to move here. Eventually, I'll get going, guys. And I think we can go ahead. We're on APU power. Let's well, I should have disconnected the GPU kind of like a while ago. Sorry about that, GPU. Get the chocks out of there, and we can start the push. And we can get the power. Sorry, we can get the engines going here, hopefully. So packs are off. APU air is on. Master starter switch goes there. And yeah, we're going to start number 4 first here. Spinny, spinny. Looking for 20, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20. Click, click. Brett, you didn't even fly that one there? Hey, Eric is here. Eric, you snuck in on me there, sir. I need to get you a welcome sound of some sort. Good morning. Yeah, anybody know what all these buttons do? That's my question. There's like a lot of them. Like, who puts this many buttons in an airplane, for Pete's sake? What's the point? Oh, watch out for those taxi lights. So we're going to slalom our way out to the runway today, apparently. All right, that's a good start on number 4. Well, that's what I did already. I just did the flight planning and just kind of kept pushing buttons until the jackpot message came on and it started making all these funny sounds. So yeah, we're going northeast. I'm just going to point at northeast there. Oh, the sim sounds are low. Okay, thank you, Slanty. Turn that up a little bit. Oh, they are. You know why? Hold on here. There we go. I didn't. My audio settings got reset here, so I didn't have my microphone initially, and I don't think I had any sounds right there. So sorry about that. You missed a little bit of that.
Operation complete. Set the parking brake.
But thank you for letting me know. That would have been a quite a boring stream to watch here.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, number 2 is good. It has wonderful sounds. Really, Just Flight guys did a good job. They did a good job. And from all accounts, it's also been one of the better add-ons in MSFS as well. So, so don't skip an update. I don't know what update you're on, Tuba, but the latest one creates a conflict with X World. So it's not a major issue if you don't have X World, but it
hand signal on the left. She's all yours, Captain.
Apparently there's a couple of files that it doesn't play nicely with, and so it's a known. I mean, good. Downwind Sim actually went in and fixed it and sent out a patch. So if you have it and you are getting that error, go to my Discord, go to my X-Plane 12 Stuff Discord, and you'll see the fix. It's a really simple fix, but it's like apparently they're going to just address it and fix it overall in the next update. So like I think I'm just going to skip an update and just work on it. But they were trying to fix the there were some problems with the weather and in the last update, and they were trying to fix that, and in doing that they worked the scenery a little bit. But anyway, yeah, and a decently priced plane too, not like a hugely overly expensive plane, but just in the sweet spot there, I think. All right, guys, we've got everything on here. Engines are stabilized. Everything is looking quite green and happy. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Time to go back up here. We can turn this off, that off, and then I think we need to put some gens on here as well. Jennies can be genned. We do need to come up and, oh my goodness. How did we start without having the fuel pumps on? Whoa. Alright, that's a helpful bug. We didn't have any fuel on. Okay, I need to come up here and get the hydraulics on here and BTU on for sounds like WWE upstairs. I don't know if you can hear that, but get the PTU on here for departure. And I can turn the autopilot master on now as well. Brake fans need to be on auto. And then I can put my heaters on. The heat is on. Cold, baby. Does X-Work still have the Neo mod for the A330A firm? And actually just saw a little bit of an update on that, and it sounds like it's just like they keep making it better and better and better. So, yep, it sounds like they've got a good thing going there. Maybe like a little bit of a Zebo thing going, which is pretty cool. Okay, we'll leave the engine air off until we are airborne. Let's get the flaps selected or set and confirm. Flaps 18 is where we're going. Flight directors can come on. And let's spin this guy up. 290, arm it. And we are going to, I just got to make sure I have this. This is RNAV is what we're doing today. Runway 2. runway 2. I'm gonna get my heading squared away here for runway 2. It's almost an immediate left-hand turn, basically, on a 055. But we'll put runway heading in just for the time being. It's 16 degrees. Right about there. I know, Slanty. I know. I was saying earlier that had I been a little bit more recent time on this thing, I probably would have shot it slant whiskey, but I for sure don't have that. And also, Atlanta's kind of just decided, as you know, like we don't want non-RNAV, so you must be RNAV. Anyway, they're lame excuses, I know, but this plane is quite a lot of fun to fly using radio navigation, but yeah, I'm gonna have a hard enough time probably just with this. Unsub, unfollow, where's the unfollow button? All right. Let's see. Good here. Good here. Good there. I just want to... Look, man, there can be one and only one slant alpha. I mean, you don't want some hack from Wyoming trying to emulate what's going on here. What was I need to get my CG here. What was it? Init ref take the offie. Trim was 3.7. Okay. Oh, I was probably pretty close right there. All right. God darn, I think we're close. I'm going to turn on the weather, even though it doesn't do anything. I just like to have this on. Okay, so don't judge. I'll be all judgy and stuff. Yeah, I think it may show TCAS. I don't remember, to be honest with you, but we'll just put it on there in the hopes that it does. Taxi lights coming on. None of the rest of this stuff needs to be... I could put the runway exit lights on, but I don't think I will. I think we'll go here. Strobe, not yet. Nav lights are on. I feel really nervous that I've missed something here, but we're going to go. We're going to roll. So we're taxiing. We're going to hang a left-hand turn. Over here, Gulf is going to be right over here. We're going to hang a right on Sierra. We're going to cross 29er, and we're going to be down there to runway 2. The other thing, the other thing that keeps updating is flipping X-Pilot. I'm like, what the heck? I got to move this guy back over here so I can see it. Okay, I think we might be ready. New Orleans traffic. Got it 816 coming out of the terminal. Taxi runway 2 will be Gulf Sierra, New Orleans traffic. Brakes are off. Here we go. Cargo flyer calls it a corgi. An adorable little corgi. Hey, do we have, oh no, New York Flight Service Station just came on. I think that's a great name for this. Oh, is that what happened to that one, Eric? I didn't really see, but that's horrible. That's horrible. I would think an ATR would be an interesting plane to have in flight sim. Dang, that's awful. That's really awful. Mm. Worst part of that is, I guarantee you, he heard it immediately, knew what his mistake was, but at the same time knew there was nothing he could do about it. That would be, you know, one of the worst parts, I would think. It's a bad deal. All right, let's think about happy things. Let's think about Did you hear I became a grandfather again? Anastasia. They continued flying. Really? Okay, well, Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, people make mistakes, right? It's just, wow. It's a terrible deal. New Orleans traffic, United 816 is crossing. We're going to cross 29er on Sierra. New Orleans traffic. I don't know if anybody's there in New Orleans, but can you hear me? Let me know. Thank you, Eric. Oh my goodness, she is a cutie patootie, and tell you what, man, it was a heck of a drive getting down there. It was a blizzard. It was 8.5 hours of white knuckle. I had the anti-icing on the entire way, and I was in my pickup, if you know what I mean. There was, yeah, it was quite the deal. But it was well worth it. It was well worth it once we got there. Yep. It was just not like a lot of snow, but a lot of wind. And so there were just times when it was like I'm sure you have them too, the reflector poles on the side of the highway. That was what I was watching. That was the only thing keeping me going the direction I was supposed to go. All right, guys, let's get lined up. Let me do one last check. Ooh, that's right. I can't go. You can't pull the power back too much, or she gets grumpy. She doesn't like that. And the roads we took were like they're heavy truck traffic, because we get a lot of, like, that's what we are. We're a flyover state and a drive-through state. Agent Presta, good morning. Happy Saturday. Thanks for joining. So every time a truck passed, it was like 30 seconds of, I'm just going to keep it pointed straight because I can't see anything. And even when you're driving 30 miles an hour, that's still a freaky feeling. All right, let's check the config here and make sure that we're ready to rock and roll. We've got anti-skid on, spoilers yellow, lift spoilers are set, brake fans, engine ice, that all looks normal and good. We're looking for B1 of 111, BR of 116, B2 is 128. The departure is going to be straight out, and then we'll jump on nav. We'll be heading about 060 to our first waypoint, and we're climbing straight on up to flight level 290. Oh man, and Tommy's in here. Doggone it, Tommy! What is going on with my sound? With my welcome sound for you? What is going on? I have got to figure this out. I don't know why, but I have a sound set up for that flight sim, dude. So it's worth it. I'm gonna play it manually.
Nice tank top.
I got something misspelled in your name or some setting. I don't know. But anyway, welcome, Tommy. I will get that figured out at some point in time. Great to see you, sir. And welcome, guys. We have a nice group this morning. Okay, we've got config is checked. We're going to go continuous ignition. A and B is on. We need the AC pumps on, which they are on. The PTU pumps are on. Lights and strobes are going to come on as well. Strobe. Landing lights. And everything else is good. Weather radar is on. Transponder is TARA. Okay, very good. I think we're ready to go. We're as ready as we can be. New Orleans traffic, United 816 is departing runway 2, New Orleans traffic. Clear final. Runway clear.
TMS set to take off. Speed alive, both sides. 80 knots cross-checked. V1, rotate. V2. Positive rate of climb, gear up.
Is it too noisy, guys? I kind of made a little bit of an adjustment to my to my sim sounds. Did I overcorrect it? Yep, she's small, but she's noisy. All right. Autopilot is on. Whoopsie. We're gonna go. Let's go heading. Whoops. I want to go heading. Heading. Oh, there we go. Thank you. And yeah, because I'm drifting off track here a little bit. I've got need to arm the altitude, and I think we can go indicated airspeed mode. We're not too bad, 220-ish on the climb out. That ought to be okay. And actually, we're coming right on it here, so I'm going to go to LNAV. And we can arm VNAV as well. Just making a little bit of a correction because I was off, but what I probably should have done is went direct instead of just allowing it to pick up the track. But yeah, you know what the heck. Slanty, have a great weekend, and if you have some free time and you want to just fly together somewhere offline, give me a white dot, and we'll coordinate something. It's been a long time since we've just done something like that, brother. But enjoy your weekend. See ya. Did I miss anybody else, by the way, that came in here? Oh, I do think I missed someone else. I missed the cattle rancher named Acro Nerd. He's recently acquired himself a moo cow. Josh, welcome, buddy. How are you? What's the release crew button? You know what? I should have done that.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
And then now, once we get through 10,000, I'm supposed to release them so they can start serving beverages. All right. After takeoff, I'm going to leave the engine air on, APU, or I'm going to turn the engine air on, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the APU off. I'm going to check my pressurization, make sure everything there is copacetic. It looks good. And all right, I think we're doing it. But first, let me take a selfie. Gotta have a thumbnail shot, right?
Hello, Jameson.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ralph Aloysius Kuhn Jr., International Man of Mystery, Mr. Big City, Mr. VR, Mr. Fancy Pants, the mad scientist of X-Plane, downwind simulations. Hello, my friend. What exotic port of call brings you to my stream today? Nice to see you, man. Oh, and maker of the best optics in flight simulation, by the way. Almost as many as you, Mr. Leon Meister, Esquire. Very nice to see everybody today. Alright, so my commands. Okay, guys, my commands are not working, guys. So I had a little bit of a... Oh, there we go.
The Melvin Leroy channel, brought to you by Downwind Sim Binoculars. Never take off without them.
For some reason, my route command isn't working. And that Flight Sim dude's welcome sound isn't working. So I thought maybe, I don't know, like every time I start chatbot now, it tells me there's an update. And so I click it, and I don't know what happens, but like most things Flight Sim related, it breaks something. So, you know, what do you know? Glad to see you, Ralph. Hope you're doing well. Hello to Downwind Sun and Annie West, and of course the missus.
Whoop, whoop, pull up. Three.
Glad that one's working. Glad the junior first officer sounds are working. Please keep up. I liked, who was it in my chat said something about I need to update X-Plane 12 so I can get the latest round of errors. Oh man, but that's kind of cool that you were the one that or at least one of the people that saw how to fix it. So like, did you let them know in the kind of the behind the scenes as like what they need to do in the next round? Is that did you get a little bit of feedback in there for them, or did they already figure it out? By the way, I'm just going to bypass this current. Oh, you didn't tell anybody else. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm just going to skip this update and wait for the next one because it sounds like they're fixing it. So we shall see. I'll deal with the weird weather issues and all that business. Plus, it takes, like, if you're backing up X-World, it takes about 8 hours to copy everything. Big weather fixes for this update, though. Yeah, I just, like, the thought of, like, literally the thought of backing up and getting a second copy of X World is what's holding me back on that, because it is a massive file. Not quite as big as Global Forest though, so maybe I'll reconsider. Oh, okay, Eric. All right, you're leaning. You're tipping the balance back. Tipping the balance back in the right direction there. By the way, Eric had the quote of the week in my Discord channel. In case you're checking the quote of the week, I'm attempting. It's a new feature on the Melvin Leroy channel. I'm attempting to work in his quote naturally. I can't just say it. Like, I have to actually work it in naturally to the stream, and I'm not going to give it away. Yep, quote of the week. That's right. It's going to be a new feature, and we've got some. It's just incredibly smart and funny people that hang out in my Discord, and I'm not one of them. I just sit back and laugh, and you guys were clearly distracting me at work yesterday. By the way, shame on you. Shame on you. All right, I should be in, by the way, I didn't check this, but I should be in sync right now. Basically continuous climb power. And I can turn the PTUs off. PTU coming off. Brake fans also can come off. Ice protection is not needed at this point, and all my lights are where they need to be. Everybody sit back and relax. Enjoy our 51-minute flight to Atlanta. Is it me, or does this look like non-ortho? It's kind of hard to tell because of how much forest is down here, but this does not look like ortho. Yep. I wonder what's going on down here. Oh well. Too late to do anything about it. Engine ignition is still on too, isn't it? Yes, it is. Those off. That's right. That is right, my friend. That is right. I'm hoping we're going to make it here. We're only climbing at 500 feet a minute. I better go to, maybe I need to go to vertical speed mode. And see if I remember how to do this down here. Pitch up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get about 5 of those in there. Give me at least somewhat close to 1,000 feet per minute. There we go. We'll see how long we can hold that. We may not be able to hold it 1,500 feet a minute. That might be a big ask for this plane, honestly. Let's nudge down here. I'm thinking 1,000. That would be a happy place, because I think I could probably hold about 250. Right about there. Yeah, that way I could get there. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Oh, is that right, Beaver? Well, or do any of them work in X-Plane 12? That's the without the reality expansion pack. See, I don't want to have to buy the plane twice. I don't want to have to buy the TBM and then buy it again. I just want the plane to work. But that's cool that they've got a little sale going on. A highly praised Saab 340. Come on, that's... Oh man, there's so many of these planes that need to come over. There's that's the plane that Acronerd is currently flying right now. Oh, you've just about got the SMS Beaver ready. Cool. Hey, cool. All right, very nice. Very nice. Specials. Pocket Rocket. Oh, the Saab is on sale. Wow, 50% off. Pretty close. The Turbine Islander. That's a fun plane. That was actually a plane I was going to fly for a farewell Friday here, but I think I'm going to throw it into a throwback Thursday. I've got the oh shoot, not the Torque Sim one, but the Nimbus made a version of it that's kind of fun. Oh, very nice, very nice. Well, yeah. This plane doesn't go on sale very often here. This TBM, but yeah, if any of them were X-Plane 12, I'd consider getting them. But I think they're all still just X-Plane 11. However, that's nice. The X-Plane 12 update will be free. Yeah, I think they all are, right? Melvin McKitchy name. So, and this one from all accounts is a very nice version of the Islander. I think it kind of surpassed the Nimbus Islander. They both were good. I mean, at the time of the update, or sorry, at the time of the release. But I think this one's been updated more frequently. So TBM will be free. Awesome. Well, I think that, and I think the other. Let me check my speed. Yep, we're doing okay. The other one that is coming over is, well, they're redoing the Mooney collection, which I purchased that a while back, and then they also are working on the SR-22, so those are coming over as well. I don't know if they'll be a free update or not, but and then this is the latest one I picked up when it was on sale last time. So, and it's a super fun airplane. Again, just needs to, yep, awesome. That's kind of been, looks like kind of their just their policy, which I respect that, and I know some people don't like X Aviation for whatever reason, but I really think they're this is a solid website, and they have some really good developers, really good airplanes, and probably I think they kind of represent sort of like the high end things that you can buy for X-Plane. Now some of them are a mess. You know, that BAE Jetstream or whatever, that thing is a freaking mess. But the other planes are, I mean, pretty nice. The DC-3 that's there, again, I've not heard good things about that. But yeah, unfortunately, I picked this one up, and it was just a disaster, a train wreck. The Duchess, this is a different Duchess. The Duchess I have, yeah, it's not leading edge. It's made by Thuranda and Just Flight, and it's really an awesome plane. But yeah, I don't know anything about the Sundowner. I don't know anything about this Mentor. I heard the DC-3, again, just hearsay, is one to stay away from. It's just too outdated. I think the Pocket Rocket is pretty well received, and I don't know about the C-Max, but it just looks like a fun plane. You know, it just looks like, how cool would it be to have a flying boat, right? I heard that the Challenger is okay. Yeah, if you like super ultra high quality, realistic, graphics and performance and that stuff, The CRJ, God bless Jay Rollin, but like he abandoned it about 20 years ago. and it takes about 900 mods to make it work. How QF Music makes that plane work, I have no idea. The TBM, I can vouch for that. It's rock solid. The 737 Classic, I don't know much about. I hear good and bad. Everybody that says they like it says that they like it, but it's got a few things that don't quite work right. And so I'm like, for 75 bucks, it needs to all work. I can't say enough good things about the Saab. I think that is a steal, and that plane, knock on wood, will be, let's see if they have any note here about if they do update it. See, they don't even have a note. I don't know if I'd buy it if it's not going to be updated to 12. It's awesome. Trust me, it's awesome in 11. But oh man. And I love the SR. I have the SR-22, but I think they all are. I mean, like, they legit. That's what Cirrus uses as their full motion simulator platform. Is that? So it's really good. The Mu-2 is awesome. Heard good things about both the regular and the turbine Islander, and have no idea about the Fairchild. There you go. Here's my 2-minute review of all things Aviacion. You have them both, Fixie? Yeah. The Integra is a cool platform, and I do think that'd be neat to kind of check out. All right, we may not make 290, guys. Been flying for a long time, and we're only at 220. All right, I'll nudge it up a little bit here. See, we're losing some steam. We don't want to get down below 200, because then it'll be so nose high in pitch that we won't be able to recover it. Just coming up on Peyton here. Yeah. Okay. Well, Shire. There's the entrance to our rivals. So shoot, maybe we just call it good at like 230. I really haven't managed the climb very well. I've been sort of distracted. How about we just go at 230? We'll call it good right there. The Fairchild, you like the Fairchild? Oh yeah, slow, quirky, only a whiskey compass. Oh, nice, nice. Okay.
The cabin crew have been released to begin their service.
Should have
But
done that
please
a
note
while
that the
ago.
seatbelt signs are still on.
Should have done that for a little while ago. All right, time for some Volanta stocking. We need to put this in here, KTL, and let's add B461. That's what we are. Really, technically, 146. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there we go. United. There we go. Hey, I actually did this one right. I had that set up. Okay, very good. Flight plan, bat sim, and yeah. We must have a conflicting waypoint. Oh yeah, the CVG. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. All right, we'll go there. And I don't know. I just messed that up. It's gonna look like I made a run to South America. But this is where we're at. And again, ATC in the neighborhood, but nothing yet at Atlanta. That's all right. There is, who's that? Oh, there's there's Acronerd in the MU2. Imagine that. Doing a little Voyager aviation flying today. Awesome. Heck yeah. This is, oh, Pierre Luck is up here flying to Montreal. He's an East Coast Canadian, French Canadian dude. Has a really good Twitch stream. And who else is on today? Oh, that's about it. Friend Robal is over Italy right now. Ooh, cool. Fly from Corsica. Oh, that looks like a fun flight. Down to Palermo. Yep, definitely not an area that I've flown very much, as I can show you here. My flights in this area quite limited. I have been to Palermo though, but I need to. Looks like I maybe need to fly this area a little bit more. It'd be kind of cool. I do have a flight scheduled for Nepal. I'm going to try to do a helicopter flight up to the top of Mount Everest. Fixie's eyeballs are MK. MKI or MKL, whatever those are. MK3, sorry. MK3. Mine are definitely not. Alright, well here we are at 23. I think we can maybe take a look at this Gandalf arrival, since we're getting close to it. There's our transition to Shire. Looks like we're going to need to descend to 16,000 to Frodo, and then down to 14, kind of at, oh no, never mind, take that back. We just need to be below 240, which we are. We need to be above 11 and 250 at Gandalf, and then 10,000 at Haller, and then sorry, above 10,000 and at 250 at Haller, and then at 8,000 for Schuler. That takes us up here to Quibbit, where we'd be getting some vectors. And we're landing on the 8 left. I don't know why I picked 8 left. It's on kind of on the wrong side of the airport there. I probably should pick 9 or right, but it'll be visual. It's a visual kind of a day today. Oh, you did a Mexico flight, but didn't track it. Dang. That's another place I don't fly to very often, even though it's right there. It's weird because I fly up to Canada all the time, but I don't think about going south of the border. Hey, Rob. Hello. Hello. Having a great morning. I have not caught anything on fire yet, so that's a win. I'm taking that. It's a win. All right. Let's come in here, and I'm just going to be basically making sure, so we're above 24 at Bilbo. No, at Beggins. Yep. 240 above. The next restriction is Gandalf. I need to be above 11. Haller above 10. Schuler at 8,000 and 250 on the speed. That's all set. Got a little bit of an eye twitch going here. No fires yet. That's right. However, this will be a gear up landing. Any questions? We're going to test out the Kevlar undercoating. It's time for the 1,000 hour Kevlar undercoating test. Tell you what, if you did it right with this plane, not a lot on the bottom of this thing that you can break. You could keep the engines up, or you could sand off that little bit right there, and Balance that sucker out on the runway if you're good enough. That's right. That's right. TFB is here. Hello. And from Finland today. Holy moly. Wow. Well, happy Saturday. Be Saturday afternoon over there in Finland. Texas One Flyboy, welcome in, my friend. Great to see you. Hope you guys are having a good trip over to Finland and a good weekend. Alright, now to my knowledge, and anyone here who can contradict this, because I am far from a BAE146 expert, but to my knowledge I have to initiate top of descent here and fly it down, even though it has a VNAV option. I'm gonna set my altitude and arm it just in case, but I'm trying to, I almost swear that it is a manual descent, which no big deal, I don't mind that, but the VNAV just kind of gives you your profile to follow. I could be wrong. I need to stretch a little bit. How's this doing? This is doing good, I think. So about 82. I think our target is 84, so that's fine. That's given us, you know, a fairly nice cruise here. About 250. I could nudge it up a little bit if I wanted to, but there's no real point in doing that. The one thing I could do though is this. We will be doing a flaps, I think we'll go flaps 33 landing today. So let me adjust our V speeds here. We'll ref at 119. Heading back on Friday. All right, well, hey, what the heck? Find some warmer weather back in Texas, I imagine, but all right, Brett, you're out of here. Okay, buddy. I will attempt to remember. If somebody would just write all this stuff down for me and organize it into some kind of like a chart or graphic or some kind of list, then I wouldn't remember. I mean, I wouldn't forget any of it, but I don't know. Expect me to know what all these buttons do and then remember everything about every phase of flight. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, give me 2 minutes out of the cockpit, you guys. I need to stretch and refill my beverage. Oh, right as complete freedom comes in, complete freedom. I promise I'm not leaving because of you. Hello, hello, hello. I'll be right back, you guys. And hello and welcome to Boulder 65 and our friend Jim, Charlie 172 Juliet Hotel as well. Hello, hello. Popping in from Ontario. Very nice, very nice. Back to the live screen here. Awesome to see everybody. This is what we're flying today. This is looking much more like ortho scenery now. I must just have a tile that's not good. My family is fantastic, Jim, and I'm glad you asked because this is kind of what we've got going on right here. That's my new granddaughter. She was born last Wednesday. And so life is good. I'm blessed. And everything is awesome. Hope everything is also good in your world. All right, I'm gonna set some altitudes here. Use guys. It's an awesome thing, Tommy. Thank you so much. It is just incredible, incredible. Now arm that, and I'm gonna see top a drop here for us. 8,000 is Schuler. Let's do some pilot math. This is, of course, the favorite part of the stream is pilot math. We've got, oh man, I can't be right. Previous page. Oh, thank you. 26 to Frodo plus 11, so that's 30, 36 now, 46, 50-ish, 90, almost 100, 110 to Gandalf, 115, 100, let's say 125 to Schuler. We need to be currently at 230. We need to be to 8,000. So we need to lose 15,000 feet, and 15 times 3 is 45. Kind of round that up a little bit to 50. We need to be starting our descent kind of 50-ish miles away. So for us, that would actually be, so let's see, there's about 12. There's another 10. Somewhere here after Smaug would be when we would expect our descent to start. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, things are good for you, Jim. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. Well, sorry, Pentagon. This is the maths. We're doing the maths today, kids. I have Jim. I've got a grandson from the same family, and now a daughter. They have a boy and a girl. You'll hear me talk about the junior first officer quite a bit. That's my grandson. So anyway, yeah, he's been a really good big brother. He did tell Talwin Sim, stop doing math. Okay, no math. But anyway, yeah, he did tell his parents that if baby sister cried, that he was going to throw her in the trash. But he has not. You know, he's backed off of that stance a little bit now that he's met baby sister. So now he when she cries, he brings her toys, things like that to help. and he's 5, you know, so he gets it, you know, he understands, but he's trying, so it's pretty cool. Oh, you have 3? Oh yeah, man, it's so you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's just really something. I don't know how to explain it. It's just really something. So 50 miles. Here's Schuler. And again, I'm kind of just doing like there's 12, another 10 is 22. So like halfway between Baggins and Smaug. Should be the top of drop right there. You can see kind of where we're coming here to Frodo and Bilbo. So we'll see. We'll see if we don't. Like, again, I know that, and it's just been so long here, guys. It's just been so long, but I know that we get, or I feel like we get a descent profile that comes in here somewhere. One of these two gauges gives us that, but I just don't know if it automatically tracks it or not. So anyway, I do know that I have to do a few things, like I have to engage descent because it has to keep the power at a certain level in order to keep all the systems online, and we also turn the APU on. So okay, but that's not for a little while yet. B speeds are set, anti-icing not needed. When we get on the ground in Atlanta, by the way, let's go ahead and brief this. We're going to be up here 8 left, and it's Terminal N. Where the heck is Terminal N? Is that right? Gate, yeah, Terminal N. Steve, hello, hello, sir. Has everyone recovered from a heartbreaking Super Bowl weekend? From a sports fan whose team was out of it a long time ago. It was really an exciting and well played game, I thought, but I was rooting a little bit for the Eagles just because of you, Steve, I must admit, but great to see you home and cooking some Bush League tiles. Yeah, heck yeah. Ned 1/3, yeah, the last I heard, Downwind Sim can confirm, it is no mas. No mas. Yeah, that was just bizarre, right? Like, that was just bizarre. All right, well, I don't know where Terminal N is, or where Gate N is. So we're just gonna kind of take whatever we get here. If anybody knows where United ends up parking, you can let me know. But that's what we're going to try to do here is just exit. We'll probably be down here somewhere around Bravo 7 or Bravo 11, and we'll just go. They may bring us all the way. Usually they bring us all the way around the horn, but only if we're landing west. So I'll probably sneak across somewhere here around Charlie or Delta and just come in here. Maybe ramp 6. We'll just take ramp 6 because it's closest. That should work. That should work. Yeah. The shorelines are a mess in Alaska. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Downwind Sim and I, by the way, are in the planning stages of the next Bush League Backcountry Fly-In, which is coming up here the first Monday. If you've never done one, the first Monday of every month we do a little Bush League Backcountry Fly-In. And if you head to downwindsim.com, oh, look at this. I think we're descending. Well, there you go. There. Maybe that's. I don't know. I did not remember that we had a descent. I don't know. I don't know what I know. All right, we're gonna go here. Let me finish up the plug for the Virtual USA Flying Club. Sorry, for the Bush League Backcountry Fly-In while we're descending. Go to downwindsim.com and you will see all the information that you need for all of our previous Bush League Backcountry Fly-Ins. We're up over 40 right now, which is just crazy to think about. But yeah, we would love to have you if you're able. It's generally speaking, they take place at 8 o'clock Eastern, which right now is 1 a.m. Zulu. And I think, I'm not letting too much out of the bag here, but I think that we're kicking around doing a float plane related trip this time. It's been a little while since we've done one of those. So maybe, you know, break out your float plane and have it ready to go. If we weren't able to do the cruise out, so we're coming on down, baby, coming on down. However, I can say this, as what happens in most Bush League backcountry fly-ins is we don't really know what we want to do until about a week before the event, and then we finally start putting the final touches on things here. So I've got a little bit of a plan, though. I've got a little bit of a plan, and I just need to get with World Traveler Downwind Sim, who's working his fingers to the bone, man. They do. They need to percolate a little bit, right? They do, indeed. Just gonna ride along, grab a little lunch. All right, Jim. Cool. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. There will be a fish in this percolator. That's right. That's right. You're gonna. So Eric, you're gonna have to get your float strapped on to 524 Echo Alpha there, and. We need to nail down a location. There's a lot of good places to do float plane stuff, by the way. The problem I have with most float plane adventures is the places I like to do them right now are all covered in snow and ice. But I do need to get like a location sort of hammered down so that we can let you know where we're flying, so you can get to Portland there, my friend. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get all that stuff kind of rounded around and shared with everybody. All right, let's update a D-ATIS here. Arrival. Now we have information. Papa, how about that? Fortuitous. Right now, winds are calm, baby. 3047. It's up a little bit from when we departed. And we are just expecting arrivals here. Oh no, hold on. Charlie. Information Charles. Visual approaches 8 right, 9 right. Oh, I think I put in 8 left. Did I put in 8 left when I entered my info? I better check on that. I did. I want to change that up here because I do want to have the ILS back up here. ILS 8 right from Larry. No, not from Larry because it's different. ILS 8 right. It would be from G-Pete. All right, G-Pete it is. Execute that. Let's go back to legs. It doesn't really change much here. Yeah, I think all that stuff looks fine. We go Quibbit, then we get vectored, then we hit G-Pete. We need to be at 5,000 or above at G-Pete. Okay, we'll be ready for that. Continuing our way down here, and speed is looking a little quick. Power management 3047. Didn't have the Lights turned on over here, didn't I? No, I did not. Is there anything down here? Oh yeah, I need to have these. Aft console. Can't forget about those. I'm a little worried that I haven't heard anything on X-Pilot. Makes me think that maybe I have. Nope, my microphone and speakers are actually still where they should be, but let's see, from Smaug, we've got to be, yeah, we're still probably 50 miles out, so we'll wait a bit. The one thing I didn't really get to show you guys is what we do here on this Bravo tour, and I it's been less of a, I guess, less of an issue because of the fact that, well, first of all, it's a short leg, so we don't have a lot of time, a lot of extra time to mess around, but it's the goal, by the way, is to fly into every class Bravo in the U.S., including Hawaii. So what we've been doing over the course of the, well, since December of 2021, when we flew from Denver to Nellis Air Force Base in the A310, by the way, we've flown all over the place. We've flown to Minneapolis, then to Houston, then to Orlando. We've flown to Andrews Air Force Base. We've flown to Las Vegas. We've flown to Seattle, to Newark, to Miami, San Francisco, and then the last leg that we did was San Francisco down here to New Orleans. And then now we're going to Atlanta. And we've been in a multitude of different aircraft. We've been in the A310, as I mentioned. We've been in the Mad Dog. We did a leg in the Saab 340. We've been in a couple of Boeings, the 757, the 747, the 727, and the 737. That's every single Boeing I have. And then we've been in the Q400 as well. And this is the first leg that we've flown actually in the BAE 146. So what happens, you guys, is we let the random wheel name generator, the wheel of name random generator, pick the next place that we're going to fly. And then I put up a poll with the potential aircraft that would be good to fly to those destinations, that length of destination, and you guys vote on that. And then I try to do one of these, once a month. I missed January, but we've got February taken care of. So anyway, in March, see, we've kind of drawn ahead, and we have actually the next four routes planned, and the next route will be from Hartsfield, Atlanta, where we're going to right now, back out to San Diego. So I'm going to come up with a 4-pack or a 5-pack of aircraft that would be nice to fly that distance, and set that out there on my Discord for you guys to vote on. We're not going to actually draw another airport yet, because I've gotten myself about four flights already planned. So we know we're going to San Diego next. After that, we're going back to Reagan. It'll be a coast-to-coast flight. And then after Reagan, we're going to Philly. So we may have, we're going to try to figure out possibly, we might do a 2-for-1 on that trip. Anyway, then we're going from Philly, we're going back to MCI. We're going to Kansas City. So those are already out there planned, and I'm gonna hold off on selecting new airports. The reason why we drew and kind of got ahead of ourselves was just so that we could, if there was a possibility of doing 2 legs, in one episode, we would try to do that. But for those, I don't know. Obviously the Reagan, the DCA to Philly is definitely a short leg, but what we may end up doing is doing something a little different on that, because I don't know that I'm not sure I could do a full-on San Diego, West Coast to East Coast, and then one more leg. That's a long day of flying. So anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. We are not even close to 8,000, by the way, where we were supposed to be. We've somehow leveled out, and I think maybe we've leveled out because we need to lose some speed here. So I'm going to do this. We're going to toss the boards. We are going to have to self-vector now, so we're heading to our last transition point here, and I'm just going to do this. We're gonna go to heading mode, and I might have to fly a little 360-degree ring of shame, but we've got to get below 250 first, and then we will go to vertical speed. We can start our descent. Give it about 5 clicks there. See what that gives us. And there we go. There's our speed brake. Love it. I love it. It does its job. Good. Okay, we're staying below 250. That's awesome. So that means that I can actually maybe go closer to 2,000 feet per minute here to get myself down. And sweet. So, all right. So we're going to be flying. Atlanta's coming up. We're actually going to be probably flying past, because we need to be down. The approach, the initial fix is 5,000 or higher, but like we need to be close to 5,000. Like 15,000 is maybe just a smidge too high, even for this plane, which is built for the high ILS approach. But I am going to do this. Let's put in 109.9. That's going to be the frequency here for our approach. We're going to go to nav mode, and we're going to put a course in. The course needs to be 09 or 5. So that's lined up for runway 8 right. And if we can somehow manage to make our way down in time. Yeah, oh, insufficient fuel also. Hey, very nice. So I've just done all kinds of good stuff. It's a good thing we're kind of descending here via like minimum power right now. Let's see, where's my fuel gauge? I got, what are you talking about? I got tons of fuel. What are we talking about?
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1490, 849 right. That's enough.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. So I've got some traffic here. We're going to go ahead and make our, kind of like a little bit of a hold. That way we don't get into the way of anybody that's coming in, because this is going to be the line. It's going to be the line of sight for everybody landing here. What kind of speed does this thing handle? Can I drop the speed? Yeah, you can drop it. There's the barber pole, and you can put the beautiful thing about those speed brakes, they come out whenever. In fact, the procedure when you land is you're supposed to actually deploy them right before you touch down. As crazy as that sounds, but so we're 10,000. I think I'd probably back off a little bit now on the descent rate here.
Atlanta traffic, Victor Papa, Bravo Mike, Sierra taxi with 08 ring, Atlanta.
Okay, then we're going to come around here, fly south, and then we'll just kind of spin it back up to the north and re-intercept And we'll be back down closer to 5,000. That's really what we're looking for here. Do I have that set? No, I don't have that set. Let's set that and arm it. I keep bumping something up here and it takes me off of my, yeah, like vertical speed for some reason. Interesting. Yeah, now I'm getting fast again. Darn it. Well, I'm going to have to just keep the brakes out. It's just going to have to be the way it is. I'm going to hit 8,000, then I'm going to turn back and see if we can't get back on track here. We'll be pretty close.
Atlanta traffic out to 1493 is 14 miles, 9 right.
I'm going to do this, you guys. I might just take it and fly it by hand here. I'm obviously not doing a super great job managing it via the autopilot, so let's just hand fly it. It's a fun aircraft to hand fly, but maybe this will help me keep the speed under control. And we'll go ahead and make a turn here. And continue the descent. Just be mindful of the airspeed now that we're below 10,000. Ooh, and speaking of,
Good job.
we're going to turn all that on right there. Complete freedom. Real world pilot approves of hand flying. And he's even seen me hand fly before, so that means a lot. CF, thanks, buddy. Alright, so kind of heading eastbound here to finish out our it's not a standard holding pattern here. It's almost more like a landing pattern that we're doing, but I've got 8,000 and I'm just trying to get myself back on the same sort of northbound track that I was on when I was heading towards Quibbit. Now we still have everything set up for the ILS, which is helpful because sometimes it's hard to see. Like, you know, when you're 30 miles from the airport, it's hard to see exactly where the airport is. So it's nice when you get close enough, and those needles start to dance, and you can see a little bit of where you're at. It gives you some situational awareness. Hey, Iowa Scotsman is here. Good Saturday morning to you, Ron. Hello, welcome. Atlanta traffic, United 816, 30 to the southwest. We're inbound 8 right, descending 7,500 to Atlanta traffic. All right, so we'll start coming down here. Speed brakes are back up. Should be able to fly this thing here nice and gentle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Trimmy, 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 trimmy. These big old gull wings, man. It's just so stable. Such a stable platform. It's just really fun to fly. Honestly.
Traffic Delta 1493. It's 5 miles.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fly. I've got the course heading set, so I'm gonna try to fly like almost like an extended right downwind here. So not exactly fully north, but in that ballpark. Also putting up on the other screen here I am going to put up I'm climbing again. Darn it. Here I say how fun it is to hand fly. And I can't do it. 8 right. Golly, come on, baby. Work with me here. Work with me here. Should have had this up already. Alright, there's the plate for 8 right. Hey, we've got a VOR tracking. That's cool. Sorry, a localizer. Yeah, I can't even talk. Got our needle thing pointing us towards the airport place. Overspeeding. Alright, let's pull back a little on the power. Man, oh man, that got fast in a hurry, didn't it? Alright, we'll level off here at 7. That's fine. We're a ways out yet. I got to get some speed off here. You have to keep at least 60% power in order to power your systems. In fact, I'm going to do this. We're going to get the APU going again. That helps. That does help. In case we have to go back to a little bit more throttle idle situation here. There comes our localizer, so I'm going to make this turn. Atlanta traffic, United 816 is turning final 8 right. Atlanta traffic. There's our glide slope as well. Kind of overshot that turn just a bit. I didn't overshoot it, I just kind of made a late turn here. But, alright, let's level off again. Let's get our speed under control. Here's where my rustiness is really going to show up, guys. This plane has a unique feel, which is part of the reason that I like it so much. Niner, right? I think he said. We do have to keep the speed up. We can't go straight down to flaps range just yet. We do have to kind of be mindful of that. But I'm going to chase the glide slope here as I am intercepting it. And looking for probably about 700-800 feet per minute. That should be good. Guessing that we probably have APU going here, don't we? APU gen. Oh yeah, that's already been on. Okay, cool. Very nice, very nice. And I'll even do some APU bleed air. Just cuz. Oops, and through the localizer. Let me just get in the way of 747 coming in on 8 left here. There we go. Field's in sight. I'm high. I've got to get slowed down now, for sure. I can get into flaps range.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1493 is crossing 9 left, that's here.
We're going to turn this into a London City approach, aren't we? All right, if we do have to go missed, by the way, it's a left-hand turn. We climb to 3,500.
Select flaps 18.
Traffic,
Right,
Delta
that
1493
helps.
is clear 9 left.
So a left-hand turn up to 3,500. Set that. Speed brakes can come off yet again. I've used those way too many times today, but that's the way it is. Am I catching up with my localizer yet? Not quite.
Speed checked below 180. Select flaps 24.
Right, gears coming down, flaps are out. And we're doing our best to try. trying to get caught up. I need 140 to do my next notch of flaps here, which will be the final notch.
Speed check balloon 145. Select flap 33.
There we go. That'll be fully configured. Gear is down and indicating. 119 is ref, so I'd love something about 125, which is right where we are right there. We're going to be a little long on this one, but we're not so bad that I feel like we need to go around. And I don't need to dive for it. We're showing we're 2.5 dots high, which is not good. And at this point in time, I think you would, if you were flying for United, you'd be planning to go around. But we're just going to take it in here, be just a skosh long. That's all right. Atlanta traffic, United 816, 3 mile final 8 right. Atlanta traffic. Gear up. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I had to put the gear down, Eric, so I could slow down. If I didn't have the gear down, I would. I don't think I'd slide right off into the river there. Yeah, we're a bit high for sure. We're a bit high, but speed looks okay. We're just. Oh, I see. Here comes our glide slope, actually. We're going to be in the neighborhood, guys. Feel like we're back to... Yeah, this could be ortho. It's hard to tell. Jeez, it's hard to tell.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Come on, sweetheart.
Ground idle.
There we go. Bursers.
Good job.
FedEx 820, we're turning
I don't think we have reversers on this,
right
do we?
base, expecting 8 left.
But I also didn't set
Atlanta.
the automatic brakes here, did I?
Brake pressure seen. 80 knots.
That's
60
okay.
knots.
We're there. We'll get this one.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 832, lining up 8 right.
And welcome to Atlanta Hartsfield, everybody. Ended up being not too bad of a landing.
Atlanta traffic, direct 123, direct Andy for base lag for ILS Snyder, right, Atlanta.
Atlanta traffic, United 816, clear of 8 right. Yeah. I mean, you know, what the heck. I even deployed, I think, the speed brakes at just the right time. Here to clean up.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 832, departing.
And let's see here. After landing, sorry, let's clean up a little bit here. Those lights can come off. That's fine there. Strobies off. think I need the AC pump. It's still on. TMS can be turned off. I think it's already, nope, turned off. Oh shoot, I just hit the test. I just want to power it off here. Off. Okay. Air brakes are stowed. Flaps are up. Lights and strobes are checked. Radar can come off. Transponder is transponding, and we're just going to find the nearest spot here, guys, wherever we can turn in and find a gate.
Atlanta traffic, FedEx 820.
Oh, no.
Final 8 left.
At Atlanta, your tripod case got, oh my goodness gracious. Hey, no bueno.
123 on the less than range. 20 miles on.
Well, thankfully they knew and they were able to find it for you. Skydive, can I introduce you to Louisiana? Oh, you're talking, you're talking to Eric on that. A little icy down that way, Rob? Is that what you're saying? Boy, they can get some ice storms down south, can't they? Holy cow. That's the one thing I'll say about living where I live. We get a lot of snow. We get a fair amount of cold. It can be windy, but we don't get a lot of those ice storms. He said, oh, I see it way down there. Oh, awesome. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, I needed a new tripod anyway. You were looking for an excuse to buy a Manfrotto. You know you were. How many train stops am I going to make you take? 0. Well, I don't know. Do you have to go clear to Terminal H or whatever to get on the train? I think you do. So yeah, I'm going to make you, like, you're going to do 6. These are the Delta gates. I don't know. We're going to borrow a Delta gate, guys. We just are. That's how I'm rolling today. Yeah, well, you do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. And not only that, I'm gonna make you walk from the end of this terminal. You're welcome. I know how much you like trains. You're like the junior first officer. You like trains. I'm going to say that's good enough. Yep, hey, he even said that. All right, what do we have here? Do we have here Atlanta to we don't know? Yeah. So we don't know where we're going next. Well, we do know. We're going to San Diego next, but just not today. That'll be on the next episode of the Bravo Tour, and I hope you can join me. I'll let you know when that is, and also I will get the I will get all of the flight information so we can pick an aircraft and all that good stuff. All right, we don't do this very often, but let's see if we can work through a little shutdown procedure here. And yeah, let's see. We got to get all the lights off. Turn those off. I think those were on. Up here, beacon and nav light off. All right, beautiful. Power damper, autopilot, avionics can come off. Let's see, all of this stuff is off. Anti-skid, brake fans off. I actually have the APU going, so I can kill the engines here.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross-check.
And just for downwind sim, I'll open up the aft packs door and we'll have the limo come pick you up, okay? All right, all of my fuel pumps can come off here, and I don't need the PTU on anymore. Heaters can all come off here as well. Anti-icing was off. Engine off. That's all off. Engine air can come off. And we're pretty doggone close here. We'll keep the APU going just because it's fun to have that thing going. And yeah, I think we're pretty well shut down. Let's see here. Yeah, fuel truck's ready to go. Here's the only bad part there, downwind sim, is you're gonna have to hop down off of that. So watch that first step. And but oh, and the other thing is we couldn't get a limo, so you're gonna have to hop in with the fuel truck guy. But I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay. Oh wait, we do have an unmarked van over here though. Maybe the unmarked van would maybe that would be worth checking out. Hey, we got the wait, where is he? Van guy, where'd you go? There he is. Oh, he's not going anywhere. He's all blocked in. This is one of those airports that does have a nice interior. So, let's see. You're saying that you have to go all the way in here, right? All the way down to the middle of this deal. And then hop, the trains I think are below somewhere. You know, you have to hop a train. And then the train takes you all the way. Yep. I remember. I've been here. I have been here twice. And I do remember that is a real thing. So, all right, you know what I think we should do instead of this? I mean, this is fun. Don't get me wrong. But I think we should go, since we're in Next Plane 11, and we actually have a replay. Let's look at the replay. Why not? It wasn't half bad. If you forget the fact that we pretty well botched the arrival and had to do a 360 to to descend, you know, other than that, we were good. We were good to go. It disconnects automatically when you go. At least it does for me. So yeah, we're DC'd. That's the last time you fly with McWalkie Face Airlines. Yeah. Yep. You know, not everybody gets to ride in the fuel truck, buddy. All right, wait for it. There comes the boards. I flared way too high, didn't I? Oh, that was halfway silky, and I striped it too, baby. I striped it. That wasn't bad. It was not bad. I love throwing those boards out. Oh man, we're on the wrong runway. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Wait, where am I? Where the heck am I? I'm still going backwards. Go, 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 go. You can do it. Oh, I overcooked it. No, no. This is my favorite view. The trespasser view is my fave. Tired. Not too bad, you guys. Not too bad. How was it from your seat here, Downwind Sim?
50, 40, 30, 20,
It's like
10.
just laid you right down on the pillow, didn't I? Didn't I? Yes, indeed. That was all right. That was all right. It was just a really, really bad approach. The landing was okay. All right. We'll take the tower view here, where everybody looks good, and we'll do this.
Thanks for watching my papa.
I appreciate each and every one of you coming out and hanging out with me, even if it was only for a little bit. I absolutely just love flying with you guys. It's so much fun. Can't wait to do it again. Special thank you today to Complete Freedom for your 100 bits there. Sparky Pilot 86, thank you so much for the re-ascription. And Tuba Fight, thank you as well, my friend. 22 months, Tuba. Ben, thank you so very, very much. And we also, let's see, no new followers today. That's okay. It was kind of just the old gang stopping by, like Eric from Norway, Downwind Sim from Parts Unknown, I think. I do think he keeps at least a rental apartment in the St. Louis area, yet to be confirmed. Skydive Rob stopped by as well. Really fun hanging out with him. Iowa Scotsman popped in. Complete Freedom was here. Texas One Flyboy, I remember seeing his name as well. Great to hang out with you guys. And then we Jim, Charlie 172 Juliet Hotel, Steve H.E. Dell, all kinds of familiar faces and just good dudes all the way around. Panagon was here until we did math and then he took off. Tommy, that flight sim dude, hope you have a great day. Texas One Flyboy. Yeah, just kind of going back through my chat. It's so fun to scroll back through the chat feed and just see who is here. Planet Neutral, you know what, Doc on it. Planet Neutral, if you're still here, I think you came in and I missed you, but I see you now, buddy. And thanks for stopping by. Sorry I didn't see that flash there. I was probably busy botching something in the aircraft, but great to have you. Great to have you come in here as well. Acro Nerd, I think he's probably still in the mood too. You can't hear with anything with those engines anyway. But all right, our next scheduled flight is coming up on Monday. It is the Virtual USA Flying Club's Winterlude flight, and we are going to fly from Syracuse up to Ottawa. It's Ottawa Radcliffe Airport, and then we're going to go down to Burlington. Tentatively, I have scheduled the Cessna 414 as my bird of choice, so that's kind of what I'm thinking I'll probably end up flying. It'll be something like that because it's not a super long route, but it might take some anti-icing. It might take some pressurization, and anyway, that's what we're sort of thinking. I will let you know though for sure. Again, look for just look for the white dot. I don't do the ping thing, and so anyway, if you're connected with me on my Discord, you'll see when that flight's coming. And then I'm kind of back to my normal Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday streaming schedule. So I've updated that as well in my Discord. I don't have it updated yet in Twitch. I'm going to do that as soon as I get done with this stream. But yeah, hopefully you guys can stop by again. And if you can't fly with me, just hanging out and visiting, keeping me company, that works just as well. I am going to send you guys all over to Allison Johnson. She's doing Lady Mary Heath legs here, Cape Town to Croydon. Let's go over and say hi to her. I'll meet you over there. And again, have a great rest of your weekend. Looking forward to our next flight together. Take care, buddy. God bless.